Namaskar, welcome back to my show Desi Aroma, and this is a continuous from my dosa videos. So the batter which I showed you all in my last video, and if you haven't seen it you can go back and see how the batter is done. This is how the batter looks, and it's all fermented and ready to go. Now I told you that this batter needs some salt before you make the dosas, but I'm not going to take salt and mix it in the whole batter because that ruins your batter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some of the batter in this smaller container I have, and I'll just use exactly what I need for my dosas. So I'm separating some batter in here, and then I'm going to add just enough salt in there, what I need. So in this, about this much salt is okay. And then I'm going to just mix this batter up, and that is ready for my dosas. So let's go ahead and make some dosas now. Okay, so my pan is nice and hot. What I'm going to do is I don't want it to overheat. So this is a technique which is used in the south for the dosas or the north. It never lets your dosa stick and comes out crispy. So take a spoonful of this and just spread this up on your pan to the size you need. And once you have done that, go ahead and put the cover on it so the dosa steams and makes a nice crisp from the top and the bottom. So we'll just wait till it's crispy enough. Okay, so now what I'm looking at, there's about a minute or so. I'm looking some brown specks on my dosa, and that's, I know, is ready to be removed, that cover. You can see how nicely it has fluffed up, and the holes, those are what you're looking for. I'm using desi ghee here. Feel free to use the oil if you want. Just sprinkle some on this, and then I'm going to take about a tablespoon of my potato filling which I made for the dosa, and I'm going to just set it right in the center there, maybe a little more there, right in the center. And then I'm going to cover this again for about, I would say 10 seconds or so, because I'm still waiting on that to turn a little more nice and brown, and the desi ghee can nicely mold in it. And once that is done, okay, so I think it's ready to come out. And what you do is you just take this dosa, see how it's leaving the sides and all, and that's the technique what you use for spraying the water and all. And just go ahead and close this dosa. So we're going to close it from one side and then close it from the other side, and just take it out in a plate. So that's your dosa which has come out. I'm going to show you one more, so take a look how that is done. Okay, the dosa is out, so we're going to do a second one here. Again, sprinkle water on it and then wipe it off. You have a nice clean fry pan. Take one of this, set it in, and just spread it. See how easily it spreads? Just spread it. There we go. That's a perfect spread there. And then we'll go ahead and cover this up. And if you would like plain dosa here, you would just put that oil or the desi ghee and let it crisp from the bottom, and you can remove it, fold it, or remove it like that, and that would be your plain dosa. You can see a little brown on there, so that's what you're looking for. Take that out. Let's go ahead and put some desi ghee on it. And this time after we put the desi ghee, see, I'm not going to even close it. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But what I'm looking for, the dosa to leave the sides. So that's my indication when the dosa gets done. And you can also see the brownness of the dosa there. So see how nicely it's leaving the side here. It's just ready to peel off by itself. See how that goes? And I'm going to make the second one too, also masala dosa. So, but if you want plain, this is ready to go as a plain dosa. But for the masala dosa, again, we'll add some potato to it. So we'll have some potato in there, and then as you can see, it's nicely brown from all sides. So we'll go ahead and close this up. and take it out again for ready to eat. So enjoy this one. So you saw how we do the masala dosa. I'm also going to do a plain dosa here. Not a plain dosa, a caramelized sweet dosa. My kids, my youngest son, he doesn't like the dosa, so for him I've created this dosa. So we're going to show you how that is done. So it's the same technique you're going to use. So just sprinkle some water, wipe it off so you have a nice clean pan. We're going to add the batter to this. So let's go ahead and add our batter. And again, exactly same thing what you've been doing before. So we spread that to a full length of this. And we're going to go ahead and put the cover on this to steam it, because what we want is that nice bubbles formed and the fluffiness with that. So I'll show you how we do this. Okay, so I'm again, same thing. I'm looking for the brownness. See the fluffiness of the dosa because we covered it. We're going to go ahead and add now desi ghee to this. Now in this, I would definitely recommend some desi ghee, but oil will do too if you don't have that. But if you want to get that nice taste to it, go with the desi ghee. And this is sugar, so I'm going to add the sugar now, just sprinkle on the dosa itself. And what will happen is when we turn this dosa to the other side, it's going to give that nice caramel from the sugar. It will caramelize the sugar. And of course they like it sweet, but feel free whatever you want. I put 3 teaspoons of that. And then I'm going to sprinkle some more desi ghee to this on the top. And we're going to go ahead and let this crisp a little on this side and then turn it over. So when we turn this over, I'm going to make sure it's okay. This is crisp enough on one side. So the regular dosa you don't turn over, but this one you have to turn over to get that caramel at the bottom of the pan. Again, I'm going to throw some more desi ghee on this. You're going to say this much desi ghee, but well, we don't do this every day, so the kids love it. Once in a while, it's okay, and I'll show you when it comes out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. As you can see, the nice caramel on the top. Be careful when you're taking it out. And there it is. We're going to pour this rest of the caramel on the top of this and give this a try and see how that looks. Again for watching Desi Aroma. This video was for the masala dosa. Try it, you'll love it. And please put in your comments for us to read and suggestions if you have any. Also, I want to thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Please keep the subscription coming so we know you love us. Thank you again.